My bad. Okay, give it a second, and you should see something.
It's like while we sit alongside our graveside, he's like, that should be good for us today.
Should we do it again?
Yeah, just try to
You know what? You can keep going to know that. Wait, look. All of you, I have migraines, so I need Botox. I hope. Jen, you are just fine. Good Lord. Yeah.
Here it is.
I was like, I should have taken it.
Oh, pre-haircut Daqwan.
Okay, here's another kind of thing. Well, you don't even have to worry about that. This right here is the mute on button. I was thinking maybe I'll have you press this, but I won't because the slideshow's playing right now. When it's time for it to start walking down the aisle, I'm standing right here, so I'll just hit the mute button and we're good. good to go for the rest of the way.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, because your breath gonna be all taken away seeing your girl and all that stuff, man. I don't want you to have to worry about no technical issue.
I mean, plot twist, I already saw her, so... But
That
I'm not going to tell
don't
her
mean that
I
you-
already saw her.
But that don't mean you're not gonna be all emotional. Don't worry.
I didn't
we
like.
don't-
I didn't. I didn't
we
get
don't-
a
we don't
good
believe in
look.
bad luck, it's
It was
fine.
just like in the car and kind of like across.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, she's so much better in person.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could do me one last favor.
Yeah.
My suit coat in my car.
Yeah.
It's in the front seat, and my car is unlocked. Oh, thank you, sir. That would be scandalous.
Yeah.
My car is unlocked.
Okay.
And it's right in front of this building.
All right. So you just your coat?
Yes.
Anything else?
No.
All right. Cool. I'll be back.
Thank you, sir. I just got to do one more thing. Sorry.
Take our table.
You sure? Why not?
Sal wanted me to text them when this is all, when everything's ready to go.
Oh, okay.
He just told me.
Just a minute, and I'll.
No problem.
Friend, buddy, keep up with me, all right?
Yeah.
Good numbers. Did you? Because we went over the 10,000.
Hello.
Hey, Japan. They can hear you. Right now over you. Just saying. Just gotta text.
So I knew that earlier, but I thought I took care of that. But they might. So it's delayed. So they might be hearing what I said like 10 minutes ago. Hello. Well, it is what it is.
Hey, you should, yeah, you should. Not worry about
What do you say? What do you say? Yeah, it's okay.
Did you get approval of that? Or
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's okay. It is what it is. Brother! I can't actually talk, so I'm gonna say bye. I'll talk to you later. Hello? Hello?
Everybody think you're all right? All right, because if you want me, if somebody's got to get beat up, I'm here for you, man.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh,
yeah, that's what people think, but it's not really that big of a deal. But, oh, nice. I have one.
yeah, I really like it. Yeah. It kind of changed my whole opinion about like Flash. Yeah, because like they have a really simple design for like to do that. It works really well. Okay.
So if you're walking down the aisle to a little Def Leppard, a little band of horses, you know, what do you have in mind?
Song 132.
You're gonna go the holy route.
Go holy road.
Be all theocratic on us. Don't change on us now, Daqwan.
Well, you know. Oh, I should actually have my mask on, but I don't know what I did.
It's right there. I just saw your wife. She looks great.
That's what they tell me.
But of course, we don't have to tell you that.
Because I already knew.
Oh, Daqwan, you can say even if she was in rags and tatters, she looked great to you, right? Are you operating your own music here, Daqwan? What are you
I
doing?
just want to get to song 132.
Oh,
But the gestures in Android were messing me up.
I love that sound. I now have Beats headphones and it makes a little sound like that.
Where is who was I talking to earlier that said they were texting Sal?
What are you looking for?
Bill? Were you texting Sal? Oh, yeah. So, just how about? I don't know how to tell them from here that
I can
we're
just
ready.
One of us can run over.
But I'm gonna start playing the song for her.
We want to get everybody else in place now.
Yeah.
So you want me to tell him? Everybody can get in place.
That we're ready.
Okay.
But I gotta play the song. So, do you get what I'm saying? I do.
Get everybody. I can call him.
That will work. And then you can tell them when the song is playing. Does that make sense? And then I guess I'll let you press. Well, I can press play. That's not easy enough for me.
At what point should I click over to her?
When the music starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got finished saying I need to pull out every sign in my
Now, Daqwan, you're not going to be doing anything during the talk, are you?
I was tempted to get this wirelessly connected, and that's why the router's there. Yeah. So.
Coming over right now.
Yep.
Hey, Bill. Can you just make sure she doesn't come until the song starts? Yeah.
Yeah, Daqwan. I got. Yeah.
Hey, I got places to be too, guys.
Yeah, there's a game. There's a game.
So we are like almost 20s.
Okay.
He said it's assigned to you.
Everybody is here, I think.
I'm all here.
Houston's here, so we're pretty much ready.
As long as he's here, we're good.
Trisha must be right here. guys. We're here. We did it. I just want to tell you guys it is an absolute honor to be standing here to give you this talk, to be involved in this. You guys have been fantastic examples, and thank you so much for allowing me this privilege. It's a great honor. And I think back to some times that we had. I remember in Pennsylvania, Daqwan was flying a drone over the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. It was freezing cold, and Daqwan tried to bring it in, and we couldn't land it. And I was thinking, that's the end of this thing. It's gone. But Daqwan persevered. He landed that thing, and then I remember driving home. It was about a 3-hour trip, and it was dark, and I was sitting in the back seat, and you guys didn't say anything. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, I was just wondering, like, how's this going to go? But I see you guys today, and you come over for dinner, and there's Daqwan doing karate chops to Trish, and Trish all of a sudden just wails on him in the stomach. And so you guys are just laughing, and you're happy, and it's just so great to see. And I see the love that you guys have, and I know you guys will do fantastic. So the enjoyment that you have, you guys are both happy, you're smiling. And so I think of 1 Timothy 1:11 that says that Jehovah is a happy God, and you are reflecting his qualities because you are in love, and that is just a fantastic thing. So this marriage arrangement is a provision from Jehovah, so we have to realize that that's a great thing to think about. And so let's turn our Bibles to Genesis 2:21, and this is the first marriage that happened. So Daqwan, just think about how Adam felt. So read verse 21 of Genesis 2. It says, "So Jehovah God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep, and while he was sleeping, he took one of his ribs and then closed up the flesh over its place. And Jehovah God built the rib that he had taken from the man into a woman, and he brought her to the man. Then the man said, 'This is at last bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. This one will be called woman, because from man she was taken.'" So what an amazing thing. Can you imagine Adam, how he felt when he saw Eve for the first time? What a marvelous creation that Jehovah provided. And I'll mention he provided that for Adam. So I'll just go back probably a year ago. Actually, it was we had that 5K, 10K in this park. And so Daqwan, let's say you're about 22 years old, 23, you came to me, or we were asking Daqwan, we're like, "Have you found anybody?" He goes, "There's nobody out there that is spiritual, that meets what I need." Now this is before you. So then finally, I think it was around this time, about that time we were doing that 5K, that Daqwan was like, he found you, and finally got your eye. And so I think about this, maybe Daqwan, you thought the same thing. You're like, "This, at last I found somebody I'm compatible with, somebody that I know I can work with." And that's just a great thing, and I'm sure you felt fantastic, and I'm sure you felt the same way. You found someone, and it's a rare thing. So you guys are going to be happy. So now, Trish, I want to go to the Bible in Genesis 2:18, and this is Jehovah describing you. It's Genesis 2:18. There's two things he says that Jehovah says. So Genesis 2:18, he says, "Then Jehovah God said, 'It is not good for the man to continue to be alone. I'm going to make a helper for him as a complement of him.'" So two things we want to focus on. Well, first of all, I want to talk about that. So I remember talking to Daqwan, and he was pretty much a self-sufficient unit. He had everything together, but he didn't realize that he lacked something. And Jehovah says that it's not good for a man to be alone, but Daqwan was doing well, and so were you. You were doing great. But then you guys found each other. And so now Daqwan, and he came to me, he said, "Wow, I know what it feels like to have somebody, to love someone." So back to you, Trish. It says that Jehovah said he was going to make a helper for him, for Adam. So Jehovah describes you as a helper, and I see that. I see the qualities in you. You take care of Daqwan. You make sure he's got his keys. You tell him where he needs to go, and he appreciates that. And also a compliment of Daqwan, because now he's completed. He's one. And he didn't realize he lacked something, but he did. And Jehovah knew that. So, okay. So let's move on, because now you guys are happy, how can we continue being happy? That's going to be the challenge. And you see it all throughout the world. Marriage is breaking apart. So we don't want that to happen. So I thought about the word wedlock. And so if you can picture a lock coming together and it locks, it just bam, that's the end of it. Nothing should break that apart. It should be like a Samson lock, or the lock. That's not the word for it, but anyhow, it's a Samson lock. Master locks, that's another one. Okay, Samson master, never mind. So the lock, it locks together, and it's bulletproof. I remember, so we'll talk about that a lot. So right now, all is wonderful. You guys are happy. So how can you keep that going? So what's going to happen in 2 or 3 more years? Will Trish or Daqwan's whistling get to you? Will his mannerisms get to you? Daqwan will trying to get Trish to express her emotions. Is that going to get to you? It may, but we can't let it. So what we need to do is remember this scripture in Matthew 22, 37 and 39. So it's Matthew 22, 37. It says, he said to him, you must love Jehovah your God with your whole heart, and with your whole soul, and with your whole mind. So that's the first thing that you guys have to do. You have to love Jehovah, and you both have done that. You're a pioneer, Trish, and you're now a pioneer and a ministerial servant. And you guys, those qualities attracted you. That was the first thing. You saw love for Jehovah and Daqwan, and you saw it in her. That's great. The second, in verse 38, this is the greatest and first commandment. The second, verse 39, second like it is this. You must love your neighbor as yourself. So there's the key. So Daqwan, you have to love. It's a command from Jehovah, and Trish, you have to love Daqwan. So there's no that needs to be key in your marriage. So I think about the threefold cord illustration. So if we think about Daqwan as a 10,000-pound breaking strength cord, he's very, very tough, and he has Jehovah with him. Now we have Trish as a 10,000-pound breaking strength rope. So if you twist those two ropes together, now you don't have 20,000 pounds of breaking strength, you have exponentially more. Because now you guys will lean on each other. Because now the rope is twisted, so when you pull it tight, it presses together on one another. So you guys need to lean on one another in love. And then if you put Jehovah in there, and you're loving Jehovah and Trish is loving Jehovah, and you put him in the middle of that cord,